What's going on, guys? Happy freaking Monday. It is your boy Coach Reed. I want to help you guys make a quick shift in your life real quick, whether that be your goals or whatever it is, just in life in general. A lot of times when things aren't going our way, we're not accomplishing what we want to accomplish, we're in a hole, we're in a bind, we start blaming the external. We start looking at every single thing that is going wrong in our lives and we're blaming the external. We blame God, we blame the person in our relationship, we blame our bosses, we blame the government, we blame every single thing, but we're never introspective in looking at ourselves. The mistakes that we made or our daily actions or our habits that have put us in that situation. I work in an industry where people come to me and they say, I want to lose weight. And then I watch week after week after week you making the same exact decisions or mistakes that have put you in the same exact position, but you're blaming everything else. Oh, well, my job did this and did that, meal prep. Or I was hungry and so I went to meal prep. I couldn't get in enough water. Why? Like all of these things mistakes that you were making are causing you to be exactly where you are, but you're blaming everything else. The biggest shift that I made in my life is when I started blaming myself or looking at my actions and holding myself accountable. So when I was homeless and living in my car, I could have blamed everybody else. I could have blamed my parents. I could have blamed my relationship. I could have blamed the job that I was working because I wasn't making enough money. I could have blamed every situation. But I also had culpability in that as well. So I had to look at myself and say, you know what, Bryant, you put yourself in this position, right? It sucks. It sucks driving around, sleeping in the Walmart parking lot or sleeping in my retail. It sucks. It sucks that you're here. But what got you here? And it was your actions, your mistakes, you doing things that you should not have been doing to put yourself here. So I'm here to ask you, or to at least communicate to you, if you are in a negative situation, you can play that game, right? When you're kids, it's all good. You can play that game. I remember, not performing at football practice and being like, oh, it's X, Y, and Z's fault. It's not my fault. Or not passing a test and being like, oh, the teacher put questions on the test that I didn't even know were going to be on there. No, you didn't freaking study, Bryant. And when you start holding yourself accountable to the things that you say you want to do or holding yourself accountable to the life that you have, things start to change. And it was only when I started saying, you know what, Bryant, you're to blame, suck it up, figure it out. Get closer to God, do whatever it is you need to do to move forward. To understand where you are is because of you. You are the reason. So if you are not losing the weight that you want to lose, sure. Genetics are a thing. Metabolism is a thing. Society and the food that they're feeding you is a thing. But where can you hold yourself accountable? Can you drink more water? Can you get better sleep? Can you make better choices? Can you track your food? Those are things that are in your court and things that you can be doing. Simple as that, guys. Start looking at yourself and stop blaming everybody else. This blame game just runs rampant in this society. It's like we're blaming everybody else. I couldn't put my shopping cart up because, it's so freaking hot outside. I couldn't get up in the morning because, all of these excuses are freaking valid. Sure, they're all valid excuses. But at what point are you going to look at yourself and say, I'm going to stop making excuses and I'm going to start looking at myself and saying, if I change or tweak just these small little things that I can do, these habits, these routines, these patterns that we're addicted to, if we start just changing some small things and we let them roll into a bigger thing, where can I be in my life? What can my life look like? What can I accomplish? Where would my goals be? How could I be successful? Whatever. Hope you guys have a phenomenal week. Hope that makes sense. Start holding yourself accountable for the things that you're doing and stop blaming everybody else. Sounds good, feels good to get all that out, but hey, at some point you got to look at yourself and be like, I am the freaking problem, and change. Love you guys. Hope you have a phenomenal week. I'm out.